Hey everybody, welcome back to What Do I Cook Today? So today we're going to make one of my favorite vegetables, which is cauliflower. And the way I make it is it's a roasted cauliflower, which is absolutely delicious. Before I started making it this way, my kids weren't really fans of cauliflower. Most people really aren't. To be honest, it's not that exciting a vegetable, but we're going to make it exciting for you. So I'm going to show you how to break it down, how to make it exciting and delicious. Cut your fresh cauliflower. Turn it upside down. It's as easy as it gets, right? Take your knife, your French knife, again, holding your hand away from it. You cut straight down through the whole thing. Once you cut it in half, you can see there's a beautiful heart right down through the middle. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your knife and you're just going to simply go right through there. 2 cuts like that. The core will come out. And you have your florets. You're just going to break them up into smaller pieces with your hand. And then you have florets without cutting away too much. So it's a simple, again, 2 cuts. You can kind of angle on your knife to go right through the middle, cut it out, and then you've got cauliflower florets. What we're going to do with them next is we're going to steam them, season them up all beautifully, and then we're going to roast them. We have a steamer basket set up on our stove, and we're going to put them in there and steam them until they start getting soft, and then we'll season them up. So now we have all our cauliflower florets, and we have our pot steaming. So carefully, you can take the lid off. When you take the lid off, kind of aim it away from you so the steam goes away, it doesn't come at you, otherwise you get a lovely steam burn. So you're going to take your cauliflower florets. Again, they don't have to be all the exact same size. Who cares? So you get them all in there. You're going to put them in the pot, and we're going to let them go for 5 to 10 minutes until the biggest pieces are nice and tender. And close the lid, let them go, and then while we're doing that, we'll prepare all the rest of our ingredients, which we're going to marinate or toss our cauliflower with. Alright, so now to make our cauliflower marinade, a couple key ingredients. First, we're going to start off with some butter. We melt it down, about 2 tablespoons of butter. Juice of 1 lime. We'll take that, we'll add it all together. Next, we're going to take some olive oil. I take some olive oil, which I bought, and then I take rosemary, fresh rosemary and thyme from our garden. Add some peppercorns to it to give a nice flavor, our own home seasoned olive oil. So add some of that into our mix as well. A couple jugga juggas. I just call them jugga juggas because like my stomach goes jugga 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 when I'm moving, so jugga jugga juggas. A couple of those in there. Next we're going to add a little bit of paprika. You just need like a quarter of a half teaspoon. About 1 teaspoon of kosher or sea salt, pinch, not very much, turmeric, just give a little bit of turmeric, and then we use a little bit of coriander, so some dried coriander, mix all that together, and then about 10 nice grinds of our fresh pepper. I can't count, so I don't know how many that is, but maybe that's 10. Is that good? Thumbs up, at least 10. All right, we're good. And the last thing we're gonna add to all this is take some cilantro, which is coriander as well, but take cilantro. I try to pick off, I don't want like big pieces of stem in there, so I always try to pick off the leaves. So I just have the leaves when I'm cooking. So it takes a little more time, but I don't like the big stems in there. So we're going to take those now. We're going to cut. So when you cut, remember, I said in a previous video, we talked about cutting with a C. So you have your C, right? So you have your C. Again, because if you're cutting like this and you have your hand down flat, again, you end up with less fingers than you started off with, or less fingernails, which ain't cool, especially if it gets a little chewy in your food. So I take my cilantro, I like to kind of bunch it up a little bit, have your C's, and then you're going to rock with your knife, your French knife, you're just going to rock. And then by having your hand in the C, your fingers and your thumb, everything's behind it. And then it also gives you a guide because you can go against the front. As you can see, the front of your knuckles, not on your knuckles, the front of your knuckles, and you get the whole thing cut. And so we're going to cut it, kind of give it a few little rough chops. It doesn't have to be perfect. I just like to have a nice little chop on it. So we're going to take that and we're going to throw that. We'll save that at the end because actually we're going to mix all this up. I'm going to go off camera. I'm sneaking away. Need a spoon. So I know I'm getting the gas looks from everybody like, my God, what the hell are you doing stepping off stage? I'm new to this. I'm winging it, so it's all right. So we take our mix. We have everything mixed up. And then we will add your fresh cilantro to that. And right now when you taste it, if you were to taste this, you'd be like, ooh, that's kind of different. Yeah, it is kind of different right now. But once it cooks and everything kind of comes together, it is delicious. So right now you're almost going to have a paste with all your ingredients there. So you can tell, again, the cauliflower is going to be nice and soft. So once they're soft, you can check. If you take your knife, you know, it's already dirty, what the heck, and just put your knife into there, and it kind of goes through nice and easy. It comes out, then you know you're ready. So now what we're going to do is we're going to turn this off, and we're going to take our cauliflower, let it drain out pretty good, and then we're going to add it to our bowl. So you add the bowl, add your beautiful cauliflower, and then we have our mix right here. We're going to take this mix, and we're going to just throw it right on top of our cauliflower, still steaming hot, because you know what, it's going in the oven right now, so we don't have to cool it down. So you're going to throw that on top. Get all that goodness in there. You don't want to leave any man behind. So get everything mixed up. So now we're going to take our beautiful cauliflower. We have it all steamed up, and we're just going to mix all that stuff together. So we have our cilantro, we have our coriander, we have our paprika, salt, pepper, a little lime juice, olive oil, butter, everything together. Mix it up so everything gets tossed together. And then we're just going to take it and pour it right onto a parchment paper lined sheet pan. Put everything out onto there. Get all that good stuff, scrape everything out, put it all onto there. Take the whole thing, all our cauliflower, we're going to put it into 350-degree oven. Bake it until it's GBD. GBD means golden brown delicious, until you get a nice color on it and it'll be beautiful. It takes about half an hour, so it takes a little while to cook it, and we'll have a great dinner tonight. All right, so our cauliflower's been cooking for about 25-30 minutes now. I lied a little bit. I said it's 350. That's the temperature we started off at. 350, get it cooking, get it going, and then we're gonna crank up to 400 degrees for the final 15 minutes because you wanna get a little color on it and get it that GBD. So got my handy oven glove there, my oven mitt. You go in the oven, take this out, and wish you had smell-o-vision. So we have cauliflower. It's got a beautiful color, great steam coming off it, great flavor, and enjoy. So that's our cauliflower. Hey, Isa.
What?
Isa, why did the elephant sit in the marshmallow?
Why?
He didn't want to fall in hot chocolate.